Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and you can purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. Today, we're discussing a timepiece that is one of the unsung heroes of the Omega collection, partly because it's not another Seamaster or Speedmaster. This is the Omega De Ville Prestige co-axial chronometer, a timepiece 39.5 millimeters in diameter with a handsome and distinctive case within the Omega catalog. 10.1 millimeters thick, the watch is a reasonable 44.8 millimeters lug-to-lug across the wrist, so there's a lot of value here for smaller wrists who want a striking aesthetic, and the aesthetic is striking. More baby Patek Philippe 5235 than recognizable as any other Omega. This is a timepiece that absolutely stuns and does so at a very accessible price point at a very versatile size. Now the spacing between the lugs is 20 millimeters and the watch has a handsome high-grade large rectangular scale navy blue alligator leather strap with folded edges, calfskin on the underside, and a simple pin buckle with a Omega logo, handsome polish, and a little bit of an arc that emulates the arc of the semi-teardrop Pastille style lugs. And you will note that the case is simple but strong with a little bit of a rounded, pot-bellied profile when viewed from the side, and it has a little bit of tumble home from the top to the bottom with sharp cleft points demarcating the lug from the mid-case. This is quite distinct from the look we've come to know on Seamasters and Speedmasters, which have more of an integrated lug aesthetic. This seems a little bit more distinctly vintage, and it fits. All of high polish, there's a strong horizontal formed by the lip of the bezel with the case band, and there's a corresponding line where the case back meets the mid-case. Now jumping to the dial, you can see why I compare this to the Patek Philippe 5235. For one, it has the exact same combination of grayscale tones, blue accents, and vertical satin striation. It is quite fetching, and I can't say enough good things about it, because it makes do with few details, but strong and well-chosen details. Outboard, blue hash marks for the seconds and minutes. Inboard, you can see pointed and glossy blued hands, Dauphine style, with a lancet counterweighted seconds hand, a slight stepped aperture easing the transition from the dial down to the date disc, blue cabochons in between stylized applique blued Roman numerals, and then the timepiece with a paucity of text, Swiss-made coaxial chronometer Omega De Ville. Rolex should take notes. It's handsome, it's simple, it's strong, and it's paired with a movement to match inside Omega coaxial chronometer caliber 2500. The 2500 is a time-tested machine. It was the first of Omega's modern coaxial calibers, and it features a 48-hour power reserve, automatic winding. It has stop seconds as well as a quick set date for rapidly cycling the date mechanism should the watch run down. It is a coaxial chronometer, so it's both COSC certified, and it features the George Daniels conceived coaxial escapement, which is a tangential contact escapement that significantly reduces parasitic losses as the train transfers power from the barrel to the actual balance itself. The escapement is optimized with light tangential contact. That's what the coaxial accomplishes. You can see the image of Kronos against a blasted background relieved on the back, and a simple, strong vertical striation that nicely matches the dial side. 27 joules and free sprung, so it takes a very tight regulation in 5 positions, the better to earn that COSC chronometer status, and the timepiece beating away at a quirky coaxial specific 25,200 vibrations per hour. There's a lot to love about this watch, starting with the strong and simple style that makes the most of its well-chosen colors, tones, textures, and lines. The fact that it's so distinctive within the Omega line, and if you do live in an Omega-heavy area where folks at your office, perhaps folks at your club, maybe even folks at your Red Bar all wear the same Speedmasters and Seamasters, you might love the Omega brand, but you want something different, this is the watch to choose. A timepiece that I absolutely adore. Pretty much the only limitations are the lack of lume and the 30-meter water resistance, but again, for most daily encounters and office environments, that's perfectly fine. You can see this Omega De Ville Prestige coaxial chronometer and make it yours on the Watchbox.